This, boys, is Dolany TV, and we are going to get underway right away here. Just got to let everything get green lighted, and we should be good to go. As you guys know, we are facing the Winnipeg Jets in round one. They were a 45-win club, 30 losses. See, I already can't talk. That's not a good sign for what's probably going to be a 2-hour stream today. And they had 7 shootout or overtime losses. So last 10 games, they were 4-3-3, whereas we were 7-2-1. Of course, that really comes down to one man in particular. And there you go. Headhunters is finally here for a stream. You've been here for a lot of them recently. It's just a matter of coming in at the weird times, right? But that's all good. So the big man that everybody is all excited about in Edmonton is this 88 overall Adam Boqvist. No face in the game yet. 2018 first round pick. 8th overall. Offensive defenseman, 97 defensive awareness, 94 defensive awareness. His shot is unreal. The kid is gonna clutch it up in the playoffs, I am hoping. Now you see, 12 goals, 60 assists, 72 points last year, or this regular season for us. 47 points last year. Really developed into a beauty. Upped his shooting percentage by a whole point. As a defenseman, that's gonna change your life if you up your shooting percentage by a point, let me tell you. And yeah, it was all across a really good year for Adam Boqvist. We went out, traded a franchise goalie for him, so that's a big call to do that. He took 2 faceoffs this year and had a 50% success rate, 13 hits, so he really didn't hit a lot of guys. 125 block shots, he was beautiful. 71 giveaways though. That was his kind of drawback this season, if you were. As 71, giving up that puck a little bit more, that kind of defeats his plus minus more than it should. Either which way, guys, I will show you the Winnipeg Jets lineup. I showed you at the end of the last episode, but in the live stream we will go. Make sure you guys are taken care of for this one. Winnipeg right there. I can't see my full screen. Let me move this over a little bit. So it is Blake Wheeler, Mark Scheifele. You got Patrick Laine, 91 overall. The guy is a beauty for the Winnipeg Jets. 45 goals, 58 assists, 103 points this past year. He's put up nothing less than 33 goals a season in his career. Ehlers, Little, Kyle Connor, this guy's looking good too. Had a very much so down year by 10 points comparative to what he normally does. Not quite a goal scorer in comparison to what we've seen in previous years. YouTube notifications straight don't work. That is so true, my man. Headhunters, you are 100% on that one. They have really struggled with that system. They keep trying to figure it out, but they just can't. 63 points for Ehlers. So the Jets look to be a fearsome lineup, that's for sure. They've got Josh Morrissey and Dustin Byfuglien on the back end. Dustin Byfuglien, this is the thing here. Let's see, 32 points. So he's put up 32 points or more every season. The guy's been good, but he's not an assisting defenseman, so that's going to hurt them when we have a guy like Adam Boqvist who can really get the job done. Logan Stanley in there, Michael Del Zotto in there, so they've had some guys, right? So we're going to see what we can do against the Winnipeg Jets. Obviously, they've got Connor Hellebuyck in net, even though I didn't show you that. If you watched the end of last episode, I can tell you 100% that Dustin Byfuglien and Connor Hellebuyck are still leading the back end of the Winnipeg Jets. So let's get to it. Nice and simply put. Actually, I haven't shown you our lineups. Oh my god, guys. Oof. Tyson, grab a brain, buddy. Let's go show you our lineups for this first round. There is one little bit of a surprise. Yakov Trenin, who played a whole whopping 10 games this year, kind of did the Peyton Krebs debut, right? 10 games, no points, minus, didn't really do much. Well, that was Yakov Trenin. Thing is, he's debuted at a 75 at the start of the year. We're hoping him at a 77 can kind of change the pace. We don't need Zach Cassian in there. That's why we've got him in there on the 4th line. We're looking for a little bit more offense with Peyton Krebs. Hopefully we get it. Hopefully we find it and we get rolling. And then you got Strome, Bjorkstrand, Johansson on the 3rd line, Eggenberger, Draisaitl, Nuge on the 2nd, Pulo, McDavid, Yamamoto on the top line. Guys, I'm going to take a second to go let my dog in. I'll be right back and we'll get right back to it. Pardon me, definitely review the lines, suggest your line edits, and I will be right back. And away we go, eh? Let's see. Nothing against Yamamoto, but in the offside, try to go get a 90 to put with McDavid and Pulo. Well, the thing is here, Headhunters, with Kyler Yamamoto, he's 22 years old, top 6 potential, but the new stat growth in NHL 19 is beautiful because it allows these kids that really have good years to grow big time. So Yamamoto looking good, right? He could easily grow up to an 87, 88. Yes, Puljujärvi already at an 88. He's medium elite, so at 22 he should be 89, 90. And then you've got Draisaitl, right? Effectively, what I need to figure out is I need to quit playing Yamamoto on the wing, on the top line, and I just need to get Draisaitl up there and change him to a left winger. That's essentially what I have to do. Problem is, I really don't like Draisaitl with McDavid and Puljujärvi. And I don't like him as a 8.5 million guy on the second line, so it's a tough decision. But that will all be determined by what we do in the playoffs this year. If we go in and get a great cup win, this team ain't facing much change. But if we go in and get stunk up by the Winnipeg Jets in the first round, that's going to be embarrassing, 100%. NHL has us rated as a champion club. So let's go sim this game. And let's go see what we could do with that. You know what? We could do that if we need to at some point this playoff run, that's for sure. So let's go simulate X times. Man, this looks weird seeing it close up. And the first period, oh boy, right there, Winnipeg Jets scored shorthanded. Blake Wheeler's, oh my, that was rough. Blake Wheeler gets a shorthanded goal after the first period. Second period's going to be even worse for us. Peyton Krebs gets the first goal of the playoffs for us. Jeff Skinner and Roslovic gets it. Where'd Skinner come from? Didn't see that they had Skinner in their lineup. Okay, either which way, we're facing a tough go here. 3-1. We are out shooting Winnipeg, but Connor Hellebuyck is standing tall. I think we're going to have to go with your lines there, Headhunters, and get this going because this is looking ugly. Another power play that does nothing for us. Winnipeg scores another. Michael Del Zotto, who would have thunk it? And all of a sudden we face a 4-1 loss to open up the playoffs. Oh my God, that is bad. That is bad. That is bad. That's for sure. Not looking good. Not looking good to start. Peyton Krebs, a goal. Josh Roslovic, goal and 2 assists. And then you've got Connor Hellebuyck in there doing his thing. Ay. Okay, that was bad. That was a bad opening game to the playoffs. We're going to line change it up and try not to crap the bed on home ice like we just did right there. That was something terrible. So what are you saying? You're saying Yamo, McDavid, and Draisaitl. Okay. Nuge, Puljujärvi. Okay, there we go. And there you go. So you've got Eggenberger there. That should maybe switch things up. That gives us traditional wingers for the second line, and then you've got a third line or first line of all centers, guys who can take a face off. Okay, we're gonna hope that works for us. That's loading up the top line. We're gonna see what Draisaitl can do. I don't even know who got the assists on the Krebs marker, but we're just washing ourselves of that game. We're pretending like that Krebs goal didn't even happen. Good on him to get his first career playoff game and get a goal, but that game didn't happen. We need to win. We need a big win right here in Game 2 against the Winnipeg Jets, and after the first period, well, we lead 1-0. How about this? The young kid himself, the defenseman who came up and played 40 games for us this year, Caleb Jones, cracks the second goal. So our traditional goal scorers haven't been getting goals at all. 9 seconds left, and Caleb Jones, if I can even breathe, goes out and gets himself his first career playoff goal. That's pretty cool. So let's go see what we can do in this second period, and it's going to be 2-1. There you go. Finally, yes sir, Connor McDavid gets himself his first playoff goal of the year, and 29 saves, or shots, 28 saves for Jonas Korpisalo after the second period. The kid's on fire tonight. Let's go play out this rest of the game. 32 shots now for Winnipeg. 3-1. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on that second line, getting it done for us. Good on him. Okay, now Winnipeg strikes back. 3-2. Now they get a power play. Okay, now we're chasing the game a little bit. We got to calm down. 38 shots allowed on net. Got to get a power play goal here. We're not going to get it. The power play is like 0 for 3, 0 for 4, and that hurts. That one hurts real bad. Okay. 40 shots, and they got 3 goals. You knew it was a matter of time. You knew they were going to get it either which way, but I did not expect them to try and pull it out last second. 2:22 to go. I was expecting probably around the 4-minute mark. Either which way, we got to clutch up in overtime now or face an 0-2 deficit. And really, you can't change the lines because they have worked so far. And we're halfway through overtime. Just got to hope for something massive here to work for us. Come on, 79. And yes, sir. That is what I'm talking about. Another young kid. That's the big thing, right? You've had Krebs, you've had Trennan, and you've had Jones get the job done for us. And Yakov Trennan gets the overtime winner. What a good goal for him. Yakov Trennan, the first star of the game, your overtime hero. 2 assists for Peyton Krebs. What is going on? This is getting unreal, boys. The depth is coming in clutch. The kids, the farm team that is the new Edmonton Oilers in this franchise mode, are coming in and getting the job done for us. And our Bakersfield Condors are now 30, 33, and 8 on the year. They might just make the playoffs yet. Peyton Krebs, 3 points in 2 games played in the playoffs. Look at him go. What is he doing up there? Krebs, Kara has 3 points. Trennan has 2 points. The fourth line has the most points for us. That is unreal. You've got McDavid, Jones, Bear's got an assist, Yamamoto's got an assist, Egenberger's got an assist, and that is it. That is all for guys that have points. Draisaitl's -5. Wow, this is ugly. Egenberger, they are all minuses. The top lines are looking terrible goalie-wise after 2 games. While Calvin Pickard comes in and gets the job done in overtime by the looks of it, and stole the win from Jonas Korpisalo. 9-14, 320 goals against average, but I mean, he probably let in only, what, 1 goal? 315 for Jonas Korpisalo, so goaltending has been an issue so far this playoff run. We're going to see what we can do. The depth, though, has not been the issue. They have been absolutely clutch, and I am very much so appreciating what they're doing. So now it's a matter of going to sim another game, this time in Winnipeg, and we're going to see what we can do here. Mark Scheifele won that opening faceoff. We're going to speed up things. Winnipeg gets an opening playoff or power play after the first period. Nothing to say about it. Fog of War on or off? Fog of War is on, so that's the beauty. I really don't know much about the prospects. We'll get to that a little bit. I set up the draft stuff prior to this, so we'll go scout again after this playoff series wraps up. 10 shots each after the first period for both teams, and after the second period, 16 shots each. Oh my. Game 3, the series tied at 1 apiece. Oh boy, we are not letting in an inch. Adam Lowry now scores on Jonas Korpisalo. Power play for the Oilers, can't get it done. But Nuge gets his second. Yes, sir. All right, Nuge, good go. Good go. Trennan, his second. Oh my God, Yakov Trennan. Now Jeff Skinner gets his second. This one's going back and forth, boys. This one's looking like a complete mess. And like I said, we're not giving an inch. No one's giving an inch. We're going overtime for a second straight game. Trennan and Nuge get our markers in that third period. Come on, boys. Power play. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. No, sir. Cannot get it done. This one's going 7, I got to say. This is looking to be that matchup of the year in the first round. 2 Canadian teams, old Smythe Division opponents from the WHA days. And now, we're just trying to make sure we get through overtime. Okay, so through overtime, Connor Hellebuyck has 40 saves, and there's 32 for Jonas Korpisalo. You gotta hope we can turn this into a victory here. We're not getting any shots, and I told you that was going to be a problem. Dustin Byfuglien gets the goal. We're down 2-1. So Connor Hellebuyck, Dustin Byfuglien, and Mathieu Perreault get the goals for Winnipeg. That's unfortunate. We really shouldn't have lost that game. Bakersfield's 30, 34, and 3. Okay, Fair enough. Peyton Krebs continues his hot streak. 4 points, 3 games played, and you know what I'm going to do? This is going to be interesting. Because Kyler Yamamoto has had 1 assist. Peyton Krebs, get on up there. Leon Draisaitl's had no points, so Jesse Puljujarvi, get up there. Yakov Trenin, you're going to go up there as well. Kyler Yamamoto, well, we're going to move him up to the 3rd line and actually move him to the 2nd line because Eggenberger's only had an assist too, and we're going to see what we can do. You think Johansson line too? Okay, so we'll go Yamamoto on the 3rd line with Strome and Trenin. Strome's had no points. Trenin's had 3 points, so we're going to try and generate those guys. And we're going to see what Peyton Krebs can do up on the top line with Connor McDavid, who's only had that 1 goal. We need to switch up the lines quite a bit. We're not having a lot of success in the goal scoring department. And the only guy that is our man Peyton Krebs, who's coming out of his shell and starting to dominate. So let's go finish the last AHL game of the season right here. And our Bakersfield Condors finished 30, 34, and 4 on the year. Good on them. Not as bad as it could have been, especially given how terrible their goal scoring has been all year long. So Kara gets the start out there, and after the first period, it will be 1-0 for Edmonton. Nuge on that 2nd line. On only 8 shots, we get 1 goal. That's huge. So now, we've broken through again against Hellebuck. Now it's a matter of keeping the lead. Korpisalo, after 2 periods, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins starting to light up the goal-scoring department. Boys, this is looking good. 2-0 for us after 2 periods of play. Winnipeg gets a power play, but they're not going to be able to capitalize. So now, we just got to hold on to another power play for Winnipeg. We killed it off. Power play for us. We lost it pretty quickly. So now, just keep it going. Keep it going. Come on. Shutout for Jonas Korpisalo. Oh. Game's over. Thank goodness. I thought that could get ugly. I thought they could score 2 in a minute. Nick Patan scores to cut it to 2-1, ruin the shutout. But Nuge is your star of the game. 2 goals. Korpisalo, 1 goal against on 28 saves. Good for him. That's huge. That gets us back to a 2-2 series. We don't need to go review stats. Every game so far, except for that 4-1 opening loss, has been a 1-goal game. This series, back and forth and tight all the way home. The AHL regular season has ended. Bakersfield is out of the playoffs. That's unfortunate, but our kids will be fine down there. So goals, again, we need to get a victory to take a 3-2 series lead. Come on now, after the first period, Winnipeg will lead 1-0. It's Kyle Connor getting the goal for him. Okay? They outshot us. That's fair. That's fair. And now, let's go get a 2nd period lead. Ooh, okay, we tied it up. Kyler Yamamoto on the 2nd line with Nuge gets the point. He gets the goal for us to tie the game, and now we're in for a finish. Only 13 shots on net. Jonas Korpisalo, Connor McDavid on that top line. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a huge goal. And we lead 2-1 power play time. Come on, you got to clutch it here. Bjorkstrand on the power play. Still on the power play. 5-on-3 power play. And nothing coming of it, but Bjorkstrand and Connor McDavid get points. So Bjorkstrand's on the 2nd power play unit. And we end up hanging on, even though being outshot by 10 extra shots. 3-1, and we take the lead. We take the lead, boys. Draisaitl 2 assists, McDavid a goal, and you got to believe we're about to figure out this series right here in Game 6 against Winnipeg in Winnipeg. If they win it, we go Game 7, and we straight sim the whole time. So Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 4 points. So Krebs has failed. So now, why did I do that? Hold on, that was stupid. Let's go back, and let's go get player stats for the playoffs. Pardon me. At least the menus are quicker. Krebs, 4 points. Trenin, 3 points. Draisaitl, 3 points. So things have kind of come alive. Boquist, now with 3 points. That's huge to see. I like seeing Boquist with 3 points. McDavid, only the 2 goals. So, you know what? Let's go back. Let's kind of see what we can do to edit the lines and see if we can get somebody up there that should be up there. Maybe a Nuge up there with McDavid and Puljujarvi. Draisaitl centering the line with Krebs and Johansson. Johansson's had only 1 assist. And we'll get Trennan back there on the fourth line with Eggenberger and Kara. He really seems to have chemistry with Kara. I mean, that's where he played to start the year and he didn't have much chemistry with him. But now he's had those 3 points. So we're hoping in 5 games that isn't no fluke. And in game 6, he can come in clutch for us. So simulate up to this date. Let's go find out. Game 6. Chance to eliminate the Winnipeg Jets. We'll go through the first period and then we'll straight sim the other 2 periods. So now first shots on net belong to the Oilers. And after the first, it's a 0-0 game. You got to believe it. You got to believe we are going to come in clutch and win this one. Nick Patan scores his second of the series. We're not concerned as Strome comes in and clutches the goal. That's huge. So we move Bjorkstrand back up. And Strome suddenly gets his first of the series. We're tied 1-1. You gotta hope, you gotta believe that it's gonna happen right here, right now. You gotta hope. Power play for Winnipeg. They cannot get it done, so that's good for us. We'll go into the third period tied at 1 apiece. Okay. Now, it's all about clutching it here. 1 period to go, and we advance on a goal to the second round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. That's all it is. 1 more goal, 20 shots, 21 shots for us, 9 minutes to work with, or we go to overtime and try to get it done. Come on, boys. Connor, it's on you, buddy. I know I was calling you the issue yesterday, but you're the solution here. Eggenberger. Yes, sir, that third line gets it. Or was that the fourth line? I think Eggenberger's actually on the fourth line, boys. Did Eggenberger just clutch up on the fourth line to win us the series? I think indeed he did. Connor Hellebuck. First star of the game in the loss. Jonas Korpisalo's second star. And we win another 1-goal game in this series. So, wow. Back and forth and back and forth. That is for sure. Wow. Wild, boys. Wild. So, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins still your points leader with 4 points on the series. That's unfortunate. We definitely need more points out of our boys if we want to win these games. But, in any event, we advance to the second round of the playoffs to face. Who are we going to face after 6 games against Winnipeg? Ooh, boys. How about this? Another great test. A sweep series for the Vegas Golden Knights against who? Who did they sweep? I'm not even sure. Let's go find out. Playoffs, Western Conference. They swept probably... By the looks of it, I can't even tell you. I couldn't even make sense of that. They swept the San Jose Sharks 4-0. We swept nobody. And there were no other sweeps in the first round. It's Carolina, New York, Tampa, Montreal, St. Louis, Colorado. Oh, this is going to get good, isn't it? Player stats. Quickly review after the thing. Trennan 3 points, Yamamoto 3 points, Draisaitl 3, Kara had 3 points, Boquist 3 points, McDavid 2, Bjorkstrand 2, Strome 2. Same with Nando Eggenberger, Clefbaum. Guys, welcome in. If you're just joining us, make sure to say hi. And you got to say those clutch points by Jones and Ethan Bear really changed the series, that's for sure. So now, let's go clutch up against the Vegas Golden Knights, review their lines quickly, show you what they look like, and then we should be good to go. So let's go get Vegas Golden Knights. They've got Riley Smith, Wild Bill, William Karlsson, Jonathan Marchessault, and then they've got Alex Tuck, Cody Glass, Thomas Tatar, Chris Kreider, Paul Stastny, Craig Smith, Tom Kuhnackel, Casey Cizikas, Emerson Edom, defensively Shea Theodore, Alex Pietrangelo. So you gotta keep in mind this guy Pietrangelo had 56 points this year. He's a monster on the back end in NHL 19. Colin Miller, Nate Schmidt, John Merrill, and Braden McNabb. Oh my, and who's the goalies? How about this Angelo Lynch? That doesn't make a lot of sense. He is backing up Marc-Andre Fleury, who at 36 is still 88 overall. This guy's a monster for sure. First round, first overall pick in 03. And the season he put up this year, well, pretty good one actually. 2 assists. He did well. 35 wins, 24 losses, 8 overtime losses, 919 and 247, a worse year than the year previous. We're going to see if we actually do indeed draw Lynch in game 1 of the series. That would be huge. Go to town and pound like 7-8 goals into the net. Wouldn't complain about that at all. So Vegas, come on at us. see what you got. Sim this first game and find out what we can do. All right, let's go goals. Get the timer up, and after the first period, 0-0. Good. Okay, never mind. Who's in net? Shots. Corpusalo, and Fleury is in net. Okay, so we are for sure Fleury is in net. So we got to chase Fleury and get this in there. Headhunters, just playoffs today, you betcha, because playoffs is going to take quite a while. It's already been 25 minutes, and we are just through the first round into the second. We got to go scout after this game, and then we'll be flying, but we're going to take our time and get a Stanley Cup championship team done right here. Second period, Vegas strikes. Alex Tuch gets the job done on that second line for Vegas. Good on him, I guess. But Vegas is really taking it to us. 33. Now Thomas Tatar scores his second, or the Vegas Golden Knights' second goal of the game. And now all of a sudden we're finally getting into the 20-goal shot department. But Vegas doubled up. Now Casey Zizekas, yeah, you know what? Jonas Corpusalo can't come back from that. Johansson gets his first goal of the playoffs. That's it. That's all she wrote. We fall 3-1. Jonas Corpusalo faces 44 shots. Oh my God. That is brutal. Thomas Tatar, goal and an assist. Alex Tuch, goal and an assist. And Marc-Andre Fleury, your first star of the game, getting that job done. Oh my. It's rough. But look at the way we started and finished last time, right? 4-1 loss. Then we came back to win 3 straight to win the series. So we can do it. We can come through in the clutch. Vegas 5-0. They're a great team. They're a Stanley Cup contender. But so are we. We're a championship contender. And we're going to go out there and prove that in Game 2 against the Vegas Golden Knights after the first period, tied 0-0. Vegas just continues to keep us off the board, right? They kept us off the board till what? The last 2 minutes of the last game. And now period number 2. Oh, okay, a little bit of goal scoring here. Draisaitl, Carlson, and Shea Theodore. All right, no, Shaden, you're all good. We are just into the second round. Vegas is putting up a heck of a fight, but Winnipeg did very well against us. Last series took us 6 games, and we almost butchered it, but we ended up winning that game, and power play there, we can't win it. Tuch scores, of course, that would be the way it goes, for sure. So now 4-1 for Vegas, and we are getting pounded here, boys. Vegas is taking it to us, that's for sure. So I think the big move here is moving the defenseman around 5-1. I don't know, you got to blame that on goaltending, I think. We at least get the goal, Bjorkstrand scores, but that is ugly. 5-2, the Vegas Golden Knights strike and defeat us. We had 43 or 45 shots on goal, and they somehow still beat us. Vegas now beating us by 3 goals. They beat us by 2 goals in Game 1. It's time to switch up the defense a little bit. It's getting stale out there. Kyle Yamamoto up to 5 points. We're just not getting the goal scoring, boys. That's been our problem. So Nurse, I'm going to move up to the top line. Clefbaum down to the second line, and we want to go starting lineups, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins not doing much up there, so we're going to get Yamamoto up there. Krebs has had 5 points, so we're going to keep him there, and you know what, we're going to move Johansson up to the top line, because Jesse Puljujarvi has had nothing, has done nothing this series, or last series either. 1 assist, that's not going to help us. Yes, he's got to be scoring goals on the top line, so we move around the lines a little bit, and we hope it's going to solve our problems in Game 2 when we're away at T-Mobile Arena to the Vegas Golden Knights. You gotta hope it changes. You just gotta pray a little bit here. So Jujhar Khaira wins the opening face-off. We'll go 8 times, and Vegas gets an opening power play. We're going to see nothing going there, and after the first period, it's tied 1-1. Johansson on the top line gets a goal. That's good on him. Thomas Kuhnhackl gets a goal as well. So come on now. Got to go out there and change things up. Go get a lead after the second period of play. Connor McDavid's been quiet. We need him to come alive. And again, 2-2. Jesse Puljujarvi, finally, he gets the message. We demote him, and he gets the message to go out there and score a goal. Good on him. 2-2 after 2. We're out shooting Vegas. Power play. Come on, clutch it up here, boys. 5-on-4. Nothing. Nothing on a 5-on-4 or a 5-on-3. We at least get a lot of shots pounding Fleury, but the more shots he faces, the more confident he gets. Another power play, absolutely nothing. Vegas' penalty kill coming in good. Another power play is probably going to strike here. No, it doesn't. Thankful. And we get through. Regulation still tied. We still have a shot to get our first victory of the playoffs into overtime now. Come on, boys. 35 shots, 36. Power play for Vegas. Don't let it end this way. Power play for us. Nothing going there. Come on, you gotta clutch up. Another power play. Come on, boys. Nothing. That's like 0 for 4 in the past 2 periods. We're up to 42 shots. This one could be going into double overtime at this point. Come on, boys. Yes, sir. Double overtime. First time in a while. We're going to see what we have in terms of double overtime. And, 5 periods of hockey. 80 minutes and 82 or something. But we absolutely get destroyed. 146 goals against average for Marc-Andre Fleury. Shea Theodore, 2 assists. Alex Pietrangelo, 3 points. Of course, he gets the game winner. We're down 3-0 to the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 4. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. P16, hello. Welcome in. Glad to see you here. We are in desperate need of changing this series around. Yes, Puljujärvi went out and got that goal. Nugent Hopkins, we're going to move him up there. We're going to get Krebs, Trennan, and Kara back together. That was an experiment. Failed. And who did you trade Lucic for? I traded him for Marcus Johansson. Actually, that's who I traded him for. Traded him in a second and something else for Johansson and like a 5th or something. So Nurse doesn't get any points up there. Pulock, we're going to move to the top line with Boquist, who's only had the 3 points. He's been quiet. Need a monster game from him here. And goalies? Screw Korpisalo, man. 923, 234 save percent, goals against. We're going to get Calvin Pickard in there for the win. He's had a win. We're going to see what Calvin Pickard can do. I'm not scared of the Vegas offense. I think we're going to be okay. And Calvin Pickard deserves the chance, right? You think about it. It comes down to one simple fact. Joonas Korpisalo has had more losses than wins this playoff series, having a tough time with the Leafs on Franchise Hockey Manager 5. Did they release a new one, Mark? That sounds new. Let me know. So Vegas 7-0. We're 4-5 in the playoffs, and we could finish up 4-6. We can't afford to do that, so now it's all on Calvin Pickard, a new defensive lineup, and a new offensive lineup, and we're going to see what that does for us. Riley Smith out there winning the face-off against Strome. Let's go get it done. The coach sending out the bottom 2 lines to try and win this series, and after the first period, 0-0. They released a new version about a week ago. Oh, sounds fun. I don't do PC gaming, so maybe one day I will. Maybe in 6 or something, eh? We believe, hashtag, right? So second period, we're facing elimination. We got to go for it and just simulate the rest of this way home. 5-on-4 power play, need a goal here. We can't clutch up. What are we doing on the power play? Again, another power play that we can't clutch up on. We're out shooting Vegas 24-13, now 25-26. And we just aren't doing much of anything offensively. Fleury has been a monster, and he's been good. You traded Lucic for Ferland. Ooh, you got robbed. Lucic is way more useful than that. Draisaitl scores the goal. That's massive. Vegas, you've got 13 minutes to answer, or else Calvin Pickard's going to get it done. Bjorkstrand, Krebs, the bottom line's going at it hard here in this third period. Yes, sir, 3-0. That is huge. That is massive. Krebs gets on the board, boys. We are back in the series, down 3-1 now. I've seen crazier things happen. A reverse sweep in game number 4 starts now. Joonas Korpisalo somehow got the start. I did not want Korpisalo to get the start, but he does. 5's pretty good, but the simulation is not doing me any favors. I gotcha. So 3-0, Joonas Korpisalo. We tried to bench him, but he comes in and gets the job done irregardless. Just kidding. It's actually just regardless. So Krebs, 7 points. Look at Krebs leading the way in 10 games. That's huge for him. Let's friggin' go, boys. Let's go get this done. Sim game. Let's go see what we can do against Vegas in game number 5 at home. Second period is where we'll start the regular old sim, but we'll see if we can score on the power play here. We can't. After the first period, again, tied 0-0. We've outshot Vegas. We're kind of taking the game to them. We just need another victory here, and then momentum's on our side. Peyton Krebs again. Peyton Krebs is scoring a big goal for us to take a 1-0 lead. This kid is wilding out there. Now 8 points in 11 games. He is doing huge stuff for us. 5 minutes to go in this period. Kyler Yamamoto, another kid coming in clutch. Yes, sir. 2-0 for us. We've kept Vegas off the board in 5 straight periods, boys. This has been huge. Jonas Korpisalo goaltending us to victory, that's for sure. 12 minutes to go. Vegas just needs to avoid putting anything on the board. I am trying to make sure that happens by just sitting here and hoping. Sit here and hope, sit here and hope. 4 minutes to go. And, oh man, Riley Smith, of course he does. 45 seconds to go. Yes, sir, Nando Eggenberger, empty netter, gets the job done with 3 seconds to go. Good job, Nando. 3-1. That means Korpisalo comes in and has another spectacular game. Yamamoto gets the 3rd star. I wouldn't give it to him. I wouldn't give him the 3rd star. I would give that to Peyton Krebs all day. And suddenly we are back in the series, boys. 3-2 the series is. 2 more games. 1 on the road, 1 away. And we can get back to the 3rd round of the playoffs and make the owner happy. Vegas suddenly just faltering a little bit here. And we're capitalizing. 2 3-goal victories for us. Let's go take another stab at the first period power play. Watch it go by. Watch it go by. Watch it go by. And after the first period, yes, sir, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scores a big goal. 1-0 for us. So now, we've scored the first goal in the past 3 games, boys. This is happening right here, right now. We are coming out of our shell and getting the offense, start a power play chance. Connor McDavid. That is how you lead your team back to even in the series. Bjorkstrand in another goal. Yes, sir, we're up 3-0. This is coming in clutch, boys. Vegas only has 11 shots. Jonas Korpisalo absolutely goaltending us to victory here. He's allowed in, 8 periods of hockey, 1 goal. The guy is crazy all of a sudden. Vegas power play, they score. Carlson, that's 2 goals in 9 periods. I am not blaming Mr. Jonas Korpisalo on that one. 8 minutes to go. We just can't allow that second goal to go in. 5, 4. Johansson. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Get it done here. And we win to even the series at 3 games apiece. The craziness is not going to stop now. Korpisalo, 1 goal against, 25 saves, 967 save percentage, 2 assists for Kyler Yamamoto. Suddenly, the playoffs are in our hands. We advance in Game 7, or we go home. Either which way, we sit here with pride in what we have done in this second series. Yamamoto, how about that? 9 points, 12 games played. Good on him. And we are looking sharp all of a sudden. Jonas Korpisalo absolutely doing unreal stuff. Peyton Krebs, 8 points. Draisaitl, 8 points. Nuge, 6. 6 for McDavid. 5 for Bjorkstrand. 5 for Johansson. 5 for Eggenberger. 5 for Broquist. 4 for Trennan. 4 for Puljujarvi. Then you've got Pollock, Strome, Clefbaum, the rest of the guys. Bears got 3 assists. Jones still only with 1 point. That's okay. And Darnell Nurse, no points at all. You go to the goalies. You go to the goalies. Maybe almost like the Leafs twice. Hope not. But being a Leafs fan, I've learned you never are. Ian Turtle, I didn't understand that. But I think you're hoping that we pull off this impossible comeback. And I think we're going to do it. 934, .92 goals against average for Jonas Korpisalo. He needs to allow less than 2 goals this game. And, oh, you're never safe. That's true. Okay, there you go. Being a Leafs fan, you've learned you're never safe. Okay, I got you, Ian Turtle. That makes good sense. All right, let's go get it done. Let's go get it done. Almost come back. And now we just need to, we're going to free run this. We're going to free run this, start to finish. Alex Tuck scores the first goal. That's it. That's all that Jonas Korpisalo can allow this game for us to advance. We need to score a goal this period, even it up. Come on, Peyton Krebs, Connor McDavid, somebody, anybody. Boquist scoring a goal would be huge. Tom Kuhnhackl scores. 2-0 for Vegas after the first period of play. What do you say to the boys in the room if you're Coach Todd? What do you say? What do you say? I think you just say, boys, we've ran the last 3 games. Let's go run a second period like we have done that. 15 minutes to go in the second period. Come on, boys. Strike 1 here and then strike 2 in the third period. Power play for Vegas. Shorty would be huge here. Just need 1. That's all I'm asking for in this period. 1. And no, that's not the one I'm asking for. Wild Bill William Karlsson goes and scores the goal. So now we need 3 goals in the third period to come back from down 3-0. Can we score 4? Hey, that would be poetic, boys. That would be hockey to a T right here. Let's go get it done. Trennan, Krebs, McDavid, Puljujarvi to win the game, but I don't think it's going to happen. It seems to be over. Marc-Andre Fleury taking ownership of this game, 4-0 for the Vegas Golden Knights with 5 minutes to go. That's it. That's all she wrote. The series is over. Vegas, like they should have. They should have finished this series 4-0. They finish it 4-0 in Game 7. That's disappointing. That's very, very much so disappointing at this point. So we finish in the second round against the Vegas Golden Knights. A shutout. Vegas beats us 4-3. Colorado beat St. Louis 4-1. And now I'll go show you the draft class as quickly as I possibly can. And make sure you guys kind of have your heads on a swivel as to who to look at stronger for the next episode, which will be the draft. That is for sure. So the best potential, you've got this Nikolai Leeson, who is actually a high elite potential. So he could be a franchise goalie, boys. He could very easily be a franchise goalie for us if we want to go pick up another franchise goalie. This is looking good. Let's go see what Leeson's all about. McCann, Latinen, Regnerson, Cox, Lang, Cam, Cross. And then you've got Eastwood, Morozov, Yarmelson, who's medium elite, 3 bars. Mario Lapierre, Cutler. There are a couple great guys that could possibly be on our list to draft this year. And you see Person, who is a full bar, low elite. He's a gem in this draft, that's for sure. At 178th overall, let's go see who the gems are. You see Person, Cam, Nesterov, and Wheeler, but you've got the franchise goalie. You have a franchise goalie in Kubasov, who I think you have to pick. We should pick up the franchise. Yeah, I think you got to pick up Kubasov and just trade him, right? That's as simple as it gets. Trade Kubasov for that 90 overall star on the left wing with Connor McDavid. Because we got to make some decisions, right? Obviously, Johansson, he's probably outlasted how useful he is for this team. So Johansson's probably done. Then you've got a guy like, I don't know, Bjorkstrand, who's not coming back because Kalle Olvested's going to be ready. So this team is ready to go. I'll show you kind of the depth of the franchise here as we'll go to the progress reports. Totally review what has happened in year number 3. Connor McDavid, 12 modifications. His stat growth was good, so he should be up to a 96 this year. Kyler Yamamoto, mod of 16. Peyton Krebs, mod of 13. Then he had Boquist, mod of 12. Mod of 10. Fernando Egenberger. Evan Bouchard, who grew up to a 78. Should have had him in there instead of Caleb Jones, that's for sure. And you got a couple other guys. But in the system, Kalle Olvested. This guy, the Swedish sniper, I believe he is from Sweden. I'm not 100% sure. Don't call me on it. But this kid's going to be good. This kid's going to be really good. Kirill Maximov. What a beauty. Lee Capaduca. Ended up growing so much from, what, a 64 to a 67. This guy's going to be the franchise pretty soon. Russell Wesley. Oh, look at that. He grew good this year as well. Lots of green, lots of 3s, lots of 4s. Ryan Malden. Tyler Benson up to a 72. And a lot of guys had great seasons. Dmitry Korolev up to a 64. So now we've got guys who are ready to take that next step in the AHL. And we got to figure out how we're going to do that with our guys that we are trying to re-sign and not re-sign in the AHL, right? You got to think about some of those guys in the system roster. Drake Caggiula, not re-signing him. He has no use here in Edmonton any longer. He was just a stopgap measure in the AHL this season. So in terms of guys in the system, you've got Mabus, you've got Wesley, and you've got Waite. Those guys kind of have to be signed, right? Wesley has to be signed. Waite has to be signed. Mabus, not so much. Mabus can spend another year in junior and be absolutely fine. We'll view his full career stats. He played in the EBEL this season, 4 points, 27 games played. He can kind of be that Joel Person kind of player. You see, we've got Yerabek, Stanton, Kajula, Thomas. We have to sign, so we have to sign Thomas and Evan Pierce. We can do that. Emmett Pierce, pardon me. Send Bush to the minors next year since Joan has the bottom pair role with Bear. I don't think so. I don't think that's what we're going to do. And we can't exactly trade Kajula for a draft pick because his contract is expiring, so nobody will do that at the at the draft. That's unfortunate. You've got Tyler Benson, who's going to be a free agent, Cameron Hebig, who's going to be an RFA. We got to sign those guys. Ryan Mantha, we're probably going to keep him because he's 24. Lindgren we're going to keep, so that's 2 defensemen. Obviously, we're going to have to choose between Jones and Bouchard, whoever's going to be captaining the AHL squad next season. Ryan Malone, or Brad Malone, we need to trade him. Anyone else we need to trade? Probably Gambardella we should trade at this point. He's 75, maybe keep him. Samarukov, Malden, Ryan McLeod's probably making it up to the NHL this season. Callie Olvestead. And then you've got Crowder, Salzer. There's just quite a few guys we have to make sure we trade away. And you see, we don't have a lot of options on who we can trade. Tabak, Safin, we don't actually own a lot of those guys down there in the AHL, right? You think about a couple of those guys, we don't have them on contracts. So that's the tough problem, right? And you see Samarukov, we have to trade for sure. Joe Morrow, we have to trade. And get Crowder and Salzer ready to play, because Crowder and Salzer, look at that, top 4 defensemen and elite potential. And you got to hope that they take that next step to 70 overalls this season and are ready to play. Guys, either which way, I am up on Oda here. Thank you so much for it. Bjorkstrand had 9 points in 5 games. What a beauty. Bjorkstrand is a beautiful player in NHL 19, that's for sure. I don't doubt him at all. He's worth the money he's asking for. But we can't afford to pay him, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Tyson. This is Stolny TV. I will catch you in